Hi there, and today we're opening up Series 2 of the Harry Potter Collectable Minifigures. So as with all sets of collectible minifigures, I usually order a complete set off a website called the minifigstore.co.uk, and this package has just arrived, so I'm hoping it's got the entire set in it. So I'm going to open it up and see what I've got. So yeah, there's lots and lots of minifig packets in here. And they're definitely Harry Potter ones. So, as in previous videos for these, you can see what they do. They snip them open along the cut line and then write on the number on the back which one it is, so you know you've got a complete set. So let's open up in a random order and see who we get first. I've been looking forward to this series because there's a lot of good figures in it. So here's the sheet that tells you the whole list. And there are 16 in this series, so that's the normal amount for a set of collectible minifigures. The last set of Harry Potter ones, they did a set of Harry Potter, but they also did some from the newer films. But this is going back to the old school films that everybody knows and loves. So that's who we're looking for, and the first one I can see is Bellatrix Lestrange. Now she's appeared in series 1 before, and she's also in a set or 2 I believe, but this figure's new and different because she's in her Azkaban prison outfit. Looks like she's got a Azkaban prison number there, so she can maybe hold up her prison number. She's got a fantastic hair piece which is in soft plastic, and she's got a pair of handcuffs as well to go on her wrists. She's got a wand. Oh, can those handcuffs go on? Maybe better if we put them on the other way up. I don't know what I'll do. Take her hair off first, that'll be a better idea. Then clap the handcuffs on her. That's better. Put her hair on. She also has a wand, which she can hold in one hand, and then her prison number in the other. So there we go, number 1, Bellatrix. And obviously whenever you get a Harry Potter minifigure you get 2 wands, so you always have a spare, and then this person you get a spare set of handcuffs as well. So we'll put our spare bits to one side and open our next packet. This is one of the Weasley brothers. I can't tell which one it is initially. Oh, it's the one with the Marauders map. So that is George Weasley. And there's the Marauders map, which Harry uses. So you can hold that in one hand, and of course his wand in the other. And we've got an alternate face. We've got a smiley face and a laughing face, so he's obviously played one of his jokes on somebody. And there's his hat. Looking great. Now, if people haven't seen these new ones, they used to be just Lego bars, but now they've got this specialised wand piece, which they can either hold on the side like that, or they can also, because it's got this ball on the end of it, you can actually put it end on in their hand normally. So they could be pointing their wand as well instead of holding it, but I like to display mine like this. So there we go, Bellatrix and George Weasley. Put the spare wand over there. Who is next? This is, who is this? Oh, it's Hermione. So here we have Hermione, smiley face, and a slightly concerned face on that side. This is regular plastic hair, not the rubberized hair like Bellatrix had. And she has, this is a new piece for this series. This is a cup with some butterbeer in it. So she's got a cup of butterbeer and her wand. So everyone's got different colour wands so far. So that's a dark tan colour wand. Bellatrix had, is that dark brown? No, I think that's just a black wand. And then George had the reddish brown wand. So 3 different colour wands so far. And Hermione just has a spare wand in her set. Right, next packet. Right, and this is, oh, I know who this is. This is Lily Potter. So this is Harry's mum. She has a smiley face on that side and, oh, not unhappy, but just regular face. So we'll keep her smiley. That's a fairly common hairpiece, been used lots of times before, so that's not new. But she gets to hold her wand, and from one of the early Collectable Minifig series, it was a Native American with a baby in a papoose. So this is baby Harry that she's holding there with an H on the front of his baby clothes there. So she gets baby Harry, and she has the same colour wand as Ron, I believe. Are they the same colour? No, Ron's got regular brown, she's got dark brown. So that's a 4th colour wand so far. There's Lily Potter with a baby Harry. And her spare wand goes over there as well. Right, so that's our first 4. We're now a quarter of the way there. Oh, there's still a bit in that packet. A pair of legs. A classic. Here we have Ron, a fairly gormless look on this side, and concerned maybe on that side. So not a happy Ron at all. And there's his hair, and he, like Hermione, also gets a big cup of butterbeer and a brown wand. So let's put him over there next to Hermione. Ron with his butterbeer and Hermione with hers. Now, I'm not entirely sure who this is. Oh, I know. This is Ginny. So Ginny Weasley. So there's in her smart dress with a necklace on. I believe they've used that hairpiece for her before. It's got some coloured hair clips in. And she gets to hold a chocolate ice cream sundae. Not quite sure why she's having a chocolate ice cream sundae. She has, like Lily Potter, a dark brown wand. And that's Ginny. So smiley face on that side, and alternative head is just a pleasant smile. And this is a more cheerful, so I like my minifigs to be cheerful, so we'll keep her on that side. So that seems right. We should start, let's put the Weasleys together. So we've got Ron, Ginny and George. There we go. So number 7 is, this is a good one. This is Luna Lovegood. Now we've had Luna Lovegood in a couple of minifigures before, but this time you can put her hair on as normal, or you can give her her Gryffindor headdress, which is a rather splendid new moulded piece which fits over her head like that. So we'll keep her with her Gryffindor headdress on for now, and give her a wand as well. This is the regular brown colour, so matching wands. Oh, and George Weasley's, so there you go. Luna Lovegood, and she's got alternative face, so she's concerned on that side and happy. And as I said before, I like my minifigs to be happy, so we'll turn her head round so she can be happy in her Gryffindor headdress. So there you go, that goes that side. We'll put her spare hair in front of her. This is number 8, so we are now halfway through the set. Another good one here. Here we have Albus Dumbledore. So there we go with a rather fantastic beard face there. And those faces look fairly similar. That's maybe slightly more cheerful on the other side, so we'll turn his head around there. Cheerful face. What I have forgotten to do though, he needs his actual moulded beard piece, which goes on like that before his face, which then covers up his printed mouth. He's got his fantastic hat with moulded white hair. He gets also a tan wand. But the best thing on this figure is a brand new mould of the wonderful, just dropped on the floor, Fawkes. So his phoenix that appears occasionally in the films, and he can hold Fawkes like that. And that is a great figure, I think. We've had Albus Dumbledore in several outfits before, but I think this first time in this dark red colour. So superbly decorated, that one. So there we go, halfway through. Right, number 9, which is going to be I can see this is Grip Hook, I know that, because his accessory is Godric Gryffindor's sword. So he holds the sword there. And his face, quite angry there, and his alternate is, oh, he doesn't have an alternate. So he just has the one face. There's his moulded head with ears. Instead of getting a wand, he gets a key to keep the sword locked up safe. So there we have Grip Hook with Godric Gryffindor's sword. Oh, which I've just noticed got printing on the ends of the sword handle. Or is it dual moulded? No, I think it's dual moulded. I think that's a, like, yes, because you can just see through that. See the light. So that's transparent red, dual moulded onto the sword at the bottom and the two sides there. That's a great bit of moulding there. That's a new piece for Harry Potter. Number 10 And I think this could be the man himself, Mr. Harry Potter, looking concerned on this side and a bit almost cheeky on that side. I think I prefer this head, so we'll turn him around to that. There's obviously his trademark scar on his head. And he has one of these new, well, not that new anymore, they've been out for a few years now, new book pieces with space for a tile inside. So we can put his, looks like spells, inside the book. You can hold on to that in one hand. Give him his wand in the other hand. And of course pop his hair on top. There we go. There's Harry with his book of spells, which is actually upside down, so we could spin that round. There we go. And let's put him next to his baby self. Right, a few more to go. This one's got a bag within a bag. This is a first time figure as well. This is a character that hasn't been produced in minifig form before. And it is Kingsley Shacklebolt. His fantastic purple coloured outfit. And he has a robe which goes on over his neck there, so you can see split robe on the front and solid on the back. Stand him on his stand. Here's his face. No alternative face for him. There we go. His trademark hat. And he gets a broomstick for one hand, and of course his wand in the other, and that is a black one. That's not a dark brown, that's definitely a black one there. There we go. First time in minifig form, Kingsley Shacklebolt. Pop him over there next to Grip Hook and a sword. Right. This is number 12, so we are 3/4 of the way through, and this looks like the other Weasley brother. So we had George, so this is Fred. Cheeky face and surprise face. Well, they're both happy. Difficult to say which one I prefer more. I think we'll go for cheeky on this one. And he has his magical magical suitcase of tricks. Not quite sure what are on these tiles. I'll stick them on a plate so we can have a closer look at them. So there are 2 tiles with numbers on them. One's got a 3, one's got a 6. Someone with more Harry Potter knowledge than myself could maybe let me know what they are in the comments. I'm not entirely sure, but we get one each in his suitcase. They fit nicely in there. We can close that up and he can hold it. And the great thing is we get a spare of each as well with this figure. So let's pop his briefcase in his hand. Again, get his wand. That's a dark brown wand for him. And looks like, is it the same headpiece to his brother? They are twins after all. looks like they are exactly the same. They may even have, let's just check if they've got the same face printing. No, they haven't. So those two faces are different. And those two are different. So they've got different faces. That's great. But they have got the same headgear. And slightly different torso printing as well, which is good. They could have bailed out on us and given us identical, they are twins after all, and give us the same minifigure, but it's good that they haven't, they made them slightly different. So that's great. Let's move 2 over so we can get all the Weasleys together. Right, there we go. So that's 12 so far. 4 more to go. And we're on the last straight. Great character here. Again, first time in minifigure form. Smiley face with glasses this side. Slightly more stern on the other side. But this is, I need to take his head back off because we have a scarf to go on as well. But to go with Lily Potter, this is Harry's dad, James Potter. There we go. And he gets to hold the photo of Lily and James, which Harry has in his bedroom. There's a nice bit of gold printing, if you can see that glinting. So it's a regular printing in the middle, but a slightly metallic gold border to it. Makes it look nice. So James holds the portrait of him and his wife, and he gets a regular reddish brown wand. There you go, James Potter. We'll shuffle these along so he can go next to Lily. Running out of width here a little bit. Move all those wands over. Just get that many in. Right, 3 more. Have to put them in front. This potentially could be my favourite minifigure of this series. Again, first time in minifigure form. We have got, oh, this is a fantastic rubberized hairpiece in a dark blue colour. And here is Moaning Myrtle. She's crying on that side. She's got a tear coming from her eye. Let's see if she's got an alternative face print. Oh yes, angry on that side. Sad. I think of her more like this than the angry Myrtle. So let's have a sad Myrtle. And she's got one of these new pieces which came out in the DC series. So you can pop the stud into her foot. Put the 1x2 jumper on there, so Myrtle can be floating around because she is after all a ghostly apparition. You can pose her into different positions, but I'd like to display them flat on their stand, so we'll just pop her on there normally. And her book, so she's got the same 2-piece book cover that Harry had earlier on, but this is the Diary of Tom Riddle. There you go, there you can see his initials on the bottom there. If we open it up, here's the printed tile to go inside. That's a fantastic piece as well. So we'll give her that to hold. Does she get a wand? No, she doesn't. So she just has Tom Riddle's diary, which looks great in that shiny black there. And I love the colour of that hairpiece. I mean, her head's a cool colour too, actually. It's an aqua colour. Great figure, that one. Right, so we've got the 2 floaty jumper pieces and a spare jumper plate with that one. Right, 2 more, last 2 figures. Aha, another good one here. This is Professor Sprout. So we have had Professor Sprout before. It's slightly different time. They've got a different mandrake for her to hold this time. So she's got a rather cool moulded hat and hairpiece with her earmuffs so the mandrake's cry don't hurt her. She gets a tan wand for this hand. And here's her little mandrake pot. And this time the mandrake is let me get that plate back. It's just a 1x1 round brick. You can see with the printing on it there. Nothing on the other side. And then we've got a bit of greenery to come out of his top. And that can be popped into, that piece often gets used as a cauldron, but it's obviously a flower pot in this instance. And if we move her over slightly, the mandrake can sit next to her. There we go. Professor Sprout and her mandrake. And spare greenery piece with that one. And our very last figure. Can I quickly work out who it is? Who haven't we had yet? No, I can't think who it is. Oh yes, this is Mr. Neville Longbottom. So he's got short, these are the medium-sized legs, so they're not the very short legs, but they're the legs that came out in the first Harry Potter collectible series. So they're shorter than regular legs, but they can still articulate, unlike the really short legs we get. So here's young Neville, and he gets a dark brown wand as well. Let's check his face prints. That's a fairly typical Neville gormless looking face. On the other side, equally gormless. I think the eyebrows do it for me on this side. So we'll flip his head round, we'll go for the raised eyebrow gormless look. Then we've got his smoothed down hair, and he gets another new piece. So it's the double book piece, but the cover on this one isn't the regular, it's the Monster Book of Monsters. So we've got that, and instead of having a tile inside, we've got a double cheese wedge plate 1x2 with a set of angry looking teeth on it. So there's our Monster Book of Monsters. Probably a bit dangerous for him to hold that, but we'll do it nonetheless. There we go, Neville Longbottom with his Monster Book of Monsters giving him a scare. And there we have it. That is Series 2 Collectible Minifigures of Harry Potter. These have only just been released. There's the second wave of sets that have just come out, and it's the 5th of September today, and that means a few days ago the brand new very, very large set of Diagon Alley has just been released, and that arrived in the post for me yesterday. So I've got that put together as well. But there's Series 2 Collectible Minifigures Harry Potter. Feel free to comment any of the things I didn't know, especially the things in Mr. Weasley's, Fred Weasley's case. If you know what they are, because I don't, please do let me know. Let me know which one is your favourite. There's a lot of favourites here, but I think it may well be Moaning Myrtle just clinches it for me. I think that's a great figure there. There's Series 2 Collectible Minifigures. Please do subscribe for more LEGO videos from me.